Hey there everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm your host Thumper, and in today's video we are going to be using the M90A. We're going to be doing a bunch of M90A dives, and that's really as simple as it is. Let me get my music turned off. Boom. There you go. Yeah, so basically, as you can see the title says, and I'll probably have to explain this more as the stream continues, as we'll have more people joining, but I've posted a couple videos on the M90A at this point on the channel, and the simple reason why is because I think it's one of my favorite, I would say, terminated weapons in the game. It's an incredibly fun weapon, and I always find it funny that there's a lot of people that, try saying the M90A is not that good of a weapon, or, oh, in real life, double op buck would kill somebody from 100 yards away. So, we're going to be using the M90A, and we're going to see how it performs. If there are people that can prove me wrong on why the M90A is not a good weapon, I am more than happy to listen. But I'm very confident that people are going to have a hard time arguing against me. Let's see what your argument is. I mean, I don't really have much of an argument. The argument is called, we're going to do some dives, showcase the capabilities of the weapon. A lot of people say that it's a bad weapon and that it's outclassed. The sweeper's better. So if it is a bad weapon, we should be struggling in our dives today. We should constantly be dying and the weapon will perform poorly, right? So we'll put that to the test. I don't know what planet we want to do. I like Fact Bay. It looks nice, but the problem with Fact Bay is that I don't love the sandstorms. That's the only problem I have with Fact Bay. I don't want to do Garharn, though. What's your opinion on Cremator against the new squid enemies? I think it's pretty good. The only problem with the Cremator is that it doesn't do the best job at killing flesh mobs, which, I don't know. It's fine, though. I do really like the Cremator. I think it's a really solid shout. Alright, we're going to do Fact Bay. That's what we're going to do. Let's see. Do we have a mission that's not stinky? That one is stinky. Is this mission not stinky? Nope, that mission's stinky. We can do a nighttime mission, I guess. Yeah, there you go. Let's do a oil pump mission. You're asking us to debate purely on a subjective experience. I mean, it's not really subjective if it performs well, isn't it? I mean, that's like saying a skill issue is subjective. Is it, though? I've always said this in the past, and it's the argument that I'm always going to stick with, which is the fact that if somebody can prove that a weapon performs well with good dives and constantly good performance, then your bad experience is kind of negated, right? I mean, that would be the equivalence of me saying that F1 cars suck because I don't know how to perform well with an F1 car, and then, Lando Norris or, Max Verstappen comes out and says, no, it's a skill issue. Let me show you how it's done. That's the same argument I kind of have, where I feel like anybody trying to say like, oh, well, no, it's subjective. I feel like if somebody can perform well consistently with a weapon, it defeats that argument. I feel like that defeats the argument. So let's see. Wouldn't it be better to compete someone with a sweeper to prove it's good, like a tally mark to who performs better? In theory, maybe, but you'd have to get two equally skilled players, and I feel like that alone is a very, it's just not a valid argument. And the argument isn't that the sweeper is better or worse than the M90A. The argument is that the M90A is a good weapon. Why do we need to compare it to a different weapon? And there are advantages the M90A has over the sweeper. Stagger alone, if you had me use a sweeper on Predator strain versus the M90A, I think the M90A would do much better against the Predator strain. So again, it's a highly, in that regard, subjective thing. Boys, I'm out. Have a good one. I think bro was gonna try and argue with me and then realize that argument wasn't gonna hold up. So we're gonna do the M90A and we're gonna pair it with a guard dog. You always want to do it paired with a guard dog. And then we also, because we're doing Terminids and we're gonna be dealing with probably a lot of anti-tank stuff, let's just do simple today. Let's do a Quasar. Let's do a Napalm airstrike, and then to finish it off, a 120. Now, I'm not gonna try and full clear these missions unless, we can make our way through pretty quickly, but we'll see. That looks like a pretty basic loadout there. Can you make a Warbond review video? I made a Warbond review video about a week ago. So just click on my channel and go to ranking all the Warbonds. I like the gun. I wish it had a little more ammo. That I will agree. I do think that the M90A needs more ammo. I have said that since day one. You'll notice I'm running the Siege Ready passive. It is a problem. And I will fully agree that I think Arrowhead... Bro, what is this spawn? I will fully agree that Arrowhead needs to give it more ammo. That is not an area I will be arguing the M90A. I'm more arguing the damage output, the stagger, and the durable damage that this weapon has. Because there's a lot of people that try saying that the M90A needs a damage buff. There was a comment that I read. I posted a video earlier today on the M90A's capabilities. And there was a comment that somebody said it needs 5 times more damage. Now, the M90A does 600 damage right now. 6 times 5 is 30. That would be 3,000 damage from this weapon. To put into your mind, a variable set to the max damage output all at once is about 4,000. So basically, this person wants, in one shot, this weapon to deal just a little bit less than a variable's entire dump. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I get some people have arguments, but when you're making an argument like that, come on. Like, we just tapped an Alpha Commander face-off with 2 shots, so I'm not really sure where the complaint is there. Got to make sure that we're about 50 meters away. It's aiming on the Charger. There you go. Charger dead. Needs to be heavy armor pen and less range. I don't think it needs heavy armor pen. Oh, there you go. We took out this outpost. Let's kill the Hive Guard. Let's kill you guys. Also, the argument of, like, the Sweeper firing faster isn't really an argument because both of these weapons are rounds reload, which means that, also, I kind of forgot that we have a breach here. Let me throw that, kill you, use a quick stim, and now that my napalm is doing its thing, we should be alright. There we go. Nice. Alright. Let's kill these Alpha Commanders. Didn't see you there. Oopsie. We also got the Charger after me. I need to run to the Sidler of the Charger, kill him, and now I need to use one more stim, throw that on me, and I need to reload my weapon. Alright, we're good now. It's on me for not reloading my weapon. Kill you, kill you. I think that's just about everything. Yeah, okay. I think we're good. I'm going to head back over to the resupply, which we left over here so we can get our character fully reloaded. 1, 2, and I'm actually not going to rearm my Eagles. I don't think we have to. We'll head over this way. Nice. But yeah, the reason we are running our guard dog is so that we don't have to kill all smaller chaff. The M90A is very good at killing Alpha Commanders and, you know, larger enemies, but it's definitely not the best at killing chaff, the same way a Double Freedom isn't the best at killing chaff, right? You know, people that are going to be like, oh, well, you know, the Double Freedom, you know, should be able to deal with everything. I don't really think that's a valid argument. I think people forget there's use cases for different guns. If you get rushed by 3 Predator Stalkers with the Sweeper, you're probably going to die, but the Stagger from the M90A will save you. I mean, even against the Automatons yesterday, I was clearly explaining that even though I wasn't necessarily killing all the Automatons in the first shot, by the way, 2 shots right there, Alpha Commander face gone. And because of the Stagger, the Alpha Commander doesn't even get the rush on me. It's pretty huge when you actually think about it. Got a Charger right there. Fire a quick ultimatum shot. But the thing is, the Stagger of this weapon allows you to stop enemies from attacking you, and it allows you to easily deal with threats as they're thrown at you. I mean, sure, you might take a little bit more time to kill a medium pen requiring enemy, but it's still really not a problem. The only problem we're running into right now is that I can't really see any of the Terminids in front of me. We're going to throw an incendiary... Oh, that's why. I didn't even see this Spore Spewer here. Okay, wait. I need to run away. Kill you. Stim. Okay, we're good. Fall back. I didn't realize that there was a Spore Spewer literally right here. It went from, like, totally visible to stinky in, like, 1 second. Come on. Let me reload my ultimatum game. Thank you. And now that it's reloaded, we just pull out my ultimatum and 1 shot, 2 shots. Alpha Commander dead. Kill the warriors. Boom. Okay. We should be able to see now, which is quite an advantage, I would say. We have a bug breach. I'm going to huck that over there as quick as I can. Going to throw my Eagle over here. There goes your face. Knock the Alpha Commander back. Perfect. And look at that. We have our resupply, which means we are fully reloaded. All right, quickly reload this. Let's pop off that Alpha Commander face. Even at that distance, we double tapped him. That medium or heavy nest is cleared. I'll probably just melee these guys. So far, though, gotta say the M90A is holding up pretty good. As I said, I don't really see much complaint with this weapon against Terminids. I don't think the Sweeper would be performing any better against any of these enemies so far, if I'm going to be totally real. Fire that at the Impaler. Boom. There you go. Impaler dead. And this would be the time to rearm my Eagle. Nice. Okay. Got some Alpha Commanders left. I'm going to aim it on this one back there. And look at the stagger on this thing. We can hit this Alpha Commander 2 shots into his face from 43 meters of distance. You know, you got people that are like, oh, well, you know, a shotgun should be able to kill enemies from long... Yeah, this thing does kill enemies from long distance, so not really sure what the issue is there either. Alright, well, let's move up. We got the first oil extraction here. At least he's not using the Punisher. The Punisher is okay. The advantage the Punisher has over the M90A is the ability to use a full choke. And to be fair, that is a big advantage. But it's not an advantage that I necessarily care about. 1, 2, there you go. Alpha Commander head gone. I just don't understand how people can say that, like, 2-tapping an Alpha Commander head is bad. Like, the only weapon that can 1-tap an Alpha Commander head is a M9, or not an M90A, Double Freedom. And the Double Freedom has the downside of literally not being able to deal with anything else apart from large enemies. We actually tested the M90A the other day, or not the M90A, the Double Freedom the other day, and I forgot to run a guard dog, and it was the worst experience of my life. You can go watch it. It's on live stream. It was horrible. It was an absolutely horrible experience. We got completely rushed by about 8,000 smaller pouncers. I could not kill any of them because I did not have a guard dog to carry me. And that's a problem. Oh, also, I'm going the wrong way. What? No. Okay, so it has to go that way, and then this way, and then that way. Wait. No, I was going the right way before. What am I doing? What am I doing here? There you go. We got it. I was going the wrong way twice there. Alright, we got to twist these valves and we're done. I don't know what I was reading there. Eruptor 2. Oh yeah, the Eruptor can 1-tap them, but the Eruptor's in a different class of its own, right? To me, the Eruptor is a miniature autocannon because it's great, but it's also terrible at the same time. Like, the Eruptor needs a chaff clearing support weapon again. It's the same problem that the Double Freedom has, where like if you use the Eruptor and you get placed into a situation where you cannot deal with, you know, multiple enemies, you're gonna be screwed. It is a serious problem with that weapon, where you don't really have that problem with the M90A. I can kill chaff with the M90A because I actually have a pretty quick reload, you know? Rounds reload paired with the Siege Ready passive, it allows this thing to be really effective. I thought that guy was dead. He was not. Ow, ow, ow. My guard dog is cooking me alive. Let's kill you. I'm gonna throw another napalm there. Kill you. There you go. Nice. He's dead. Okay, my guard dog is in the most horrible position right now because it's able to just dome me from here. Let's aim it on the Impaler really quickly. Boom. There you go. Nice. Impaler dead. Let me fall back over here. What's the M90A argument? It's a pretty simple one. It's that the M90A is a good weapon. I mean, as I said, if the M90A is truly as bad as people say it is, that the Sweeper's flat better, and that the M90A needs a buff, then we should be struggling in this dive. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. That's pretty far away, so I'm not... Oh, I didn't see this charger right here. Let me aim it on you really quickly. Hello, good sir. Could you turn around for me? There you go. Charger down. Let's reload. Oh, we got an Impaler alive, it still seems like. Where is that Impaler? There is an Impaler, but I don't know where. Did we turn all the valves? I don't think we did. Let me see. No, we're missing one valve. It's this one over here. Light pen equals worst gun of all time. The only people making that argument, I'm going to be honest, are people that are just bad at the game. Like, if that is your argument, it doesn't really make sense, to be honest. That's the same argument as, like, you know, the sickle's bad because it doesn't have good DPS. Like, I made a whole video saying that I think the sickle, or not the sickle, the scythe. I made a whole video saying I don't think the scythe is a very good weapon against Terminids, but against the automatons, it's great. Light pen is not an argument. It just isn't. Especially, ooh, I have light pen, I'm really gonna struggle to kill these Terminids here. Ooh, like, all Terminids that you're fighting are light pen. Even Hive Guards now, you can use light pen to easily blast their face off. It's not that bad in my opinion. It's pretty good, but the Sweeper just outclasses it. Alright, let's pretend that both the M90A and Sweeper had the same ammo, right? I do, as I've said in the past, I agree that the M90A has a problem with the ammo capacity. But that is not necessarily a problem with the gun itself. That's just stupid decision-making from Arrowhead there. But let's talk about the actual gun itself, right? The damage output, the durable damage, the stagger. Compare that directly to the Sweeper, okay? This weapon has double the durable damage. The Sweeper has 11 durable damage per shot. This weapon has 22 durable damage per shot. That means when you're shooting at enemies like Alpha Commanders, which have 70% durable heads, you are dealing much more durable damage to that Alpha Commander face than you would be with a Sweeper. That's the first thing. Second of all, let's say that you are shooting at an Alpha Commander with your Sweeper, and you're trying to stop it from spawning in 3 warriors. With this weapon, one shot will stagger that Alpha Commander, stopping it from doing the spawn animation. Where, with your Sweeper, you will not stop it from doing the spawn animation. That is another huge advantage. Here we have a medium pen enemy, the Hive Guard, and one shot into its leg, and it dies, because the Hive Guard now has light pen weak points on its shoulder pads, making it so that you do not need medium pen to kill enemies. Trying to fall back here so we don't get killed. Kill you. Bringing a chaff support weapon with the Eruptor is stupid because at that point you're bringing a worse. What? Don't know what I'm reading there, but trying not to die to this charger really quickly. Goodbye. There you go. Charger down. Let me use a stim. I can't see anything right now, so I'm just going to fall back. Throw a incendiary there. Let's throw another napalm. Nice. There you go. Nice. Sweet. And, like, is the M90A a little bad in ammo economy? Sure. Like, as we said, the M90A definitely has an ammo problem, but it's not a problem that we're really running into right now. Light pen usage when bile spewers form a living barricade. I mean, you have something called a secondary, and by the way, you can just shoot bile spewers in the face and kill them. I feel like people act like bile spewers are a lot harder to kill than they really are. One shot to the mouth of a bile spewer with an M90A, and it'll die. If we get a bile spewer spawn today, we'll showcase that. I obviously don't know if we will get one, but if we do, I will showcase that. Okay. Let's move back over here. But yeah, M90A is a fine weapon. I wouldn't call it good, though, because other shotguns are better and have more uses. Even if you can beat a mission with it, you can beat a mission with any gun. Okay, but you didn't really make an argument. You just said a bunch of words that accumulated to nothing. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that other shotguns aren't better, but that's like saying the Breaker is bad because the Trident is better. That argument doesn't hold, right? That's not a valid argument. Name a single shotgun that has better stagger than the M90A. There isn't one. So saying that other shotguns are better when that argument doesn't really hold up in certain areas, name a single shotgun that has as much durable damage as the M90A and the rate of fire. You could say, oh, well, the Double Freedom. As I mentioned, the Double Freedom cannot deal with chaff. It can't. If you say that I'm wrong, go use the Double Freedom without running a chaff orbital or a chaff support weapon or grenades that kill chaff. You will be screwed. We had a Pouncer spawn the other day on live stream, and we used the Double Freedom, and it was horrible. I could not kill. I was constantly running out of ammo, and I was running the Siege Ready passive. It was horrible, because you had to waste so much ammo on the smaller enemies, you got screwed. The M90A solves that problem while still having good damage per shot. You cannot find another weapon that has as much stagger, as much durable damage, as much chaff clear as the M90A. You won't. And I'm saying, like, listen, if you think I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But the thing is, I'm basing this off of factual statistics, not opinion, right? I mean, even at this distance here, I'm pretty sure we popped that Alpha Commander head. Oh no, he's still alive, but now his head's gone. Have we gotten rushed by a single Alpha Commander this entire dive so far? No. Have we run out of ammo so far? No. And it's not like we're sucking up resupply pods. We have plenty of resupplies that are left still, as we can see on the map, so I'm not running out of ammo in that regard either. Is the ammo economy bad on this weapon? Yeah, it's a bit worse than I'd like, but we don't need to run a resupply backpack. We run a guard dog, it helps me kill chaff, and we don't have to worry about ammo. We got Alpha Commanders over here. Let's see. 1, 2, and there goes an Alpha Commander head. Let's stagger that Alpha Commander so he can't spawn. Oh, that's my bad. I need to reload. Also, let me really quickly get the mission objective done before I forget. I'm going to throw a 120 over there. Oh, wait, we did this. I don't even know why I'm still here. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm still doing here. Let's leave this area. What do we have next? We have a Siege Artillery right here, so we'll head over to this. I don't have enough words to do this? What do you mean you don't have enough words to do this? You are the one trying to argue with me. I'm simply here, racking up kills, having a pretty chill dive on a level 10 solo, not breaking a single sweat, and you're mad because... Huh? That's not where I wanted that eagle to go, bounced off that Terminid, but this is what I always find funny. People act like I'm in the wrong because they can't make an argument with me. I'm not really sure how that makes me wrong. Like, as I mentioned, if I'm wrong, then it shouldn't be that hard for you to formulate an argument that proves me wrong. If you can say, oh, well, you know, the M90A, tell me where directly the M90A does not have an advantage over the Sweeper, and I'll listen. The only advantage that the Sweeper has over the M90A is medium pen. That is the only argument that I'll listen to. Because you cannot say it has more damage, it doesn't. You cannot say it has a better rate of fire, it doesn't. The M90A can reload just as fast because they're both round reload weapons, and that's not to mention if you full mag dump in the Sweeper, it takes longer because you have to physically force the first shell in, and then you can start reloading with the rest of the shells. So in that regard, the Sweeper actually takes longer. You only want to shoot 6 shells in the Sweeper, which then means that it has the same ammo capacity per dump as the M90A. The M90A isn't bad, but it isn't good either. If I brought a Sweeper instead, it would kill every enemy in less shots. That's wrong. The Sweeper has less damage per shot than the M90A, and the only enemy you would arguably kill faster would be Hive Guards. You will be 2-tapping Alpha Commanders in the face the same way you will be with the M90A, and all smaller enemies you'll be 1-tapping, so that's completely wrong, actually. There's not a single enemy on the Terminid front that you'll be killing faster with a Sweeper. I would love for you to tell me that I'm wrong here. And even Hive Guards, now that they have light pen shoulder pads, I can shoot them twice in the shoulder and it'll kill them. And because you're shooting medium pen at the face of a Hive Guard, it's actually going to take more shots due to the durable damage and the fact that you're losing half your damage per shot. So that's not true. That argument is completely invalid. M90A does 605 damage per shot. The Sweeper does 510. You're dealing less damage. I'm not really sure how that's true. You're saying a bunch of words, but are those words true? Sweeper does not kill faster. Wrong. And if you want to prove me wrong, then tell me where in this dive the Sweeper would have killed enemies faster, and where the M90A has been struggling to kill enemies so far. Let's see. 1, 2. Ooh, the Sweeper would have killed him faster. Not only that, but he dies, doesn't get to spawn his warriors. Sweeper would not have killed him fast enough to do that. So I'm not really sure how that argument is true. Sweeper does have less drag compared to the M90A, so less damage fall off. Is that true, though? What is the drag value of the M90A versus a Sweeper? Also, I'm stuck. My character was stuck there. I have no clue what the drag value is. You're an idiot. The Bile Spewers, you can one-shot them in the head, the Sweeper, at longer ranges. That's actually not true. I'm not sure where you got that argument from, but I've actually used the Sweeper against Bile Spewers at longer ranges, and it most definitely does not one-tap the Bile Spewers at longer distances. And I'm pretty sure people will back me up here. Not really sure what you're talking about there. Second of all, the M90A will also one-tap the Bile Spewers in the mouth. Alright, we gotta kill this Titan first. There's obviously a... Okay, I gotta fall back. I can't kill this Bile Titan because this frickin' Impaler's after us. I gotta find this Impaler. That's what I have to do right now. I think I can finally hit... Oh, that's my bad. There you go. Hit the Bile Titan once, throw that there. Let's fall back over here. Where is this Impaler? There he is. Okay, there's actually 2 Impalers. Let's kill the one back there first. Boom. There you go. That Impaler's dead. I think we did kill the Bile Titan, and then we can aim it on this Bile Spewer, or not Bile Spewer, Impaler there, and there you go. Okay. I think we're good at this point. Sweeper is 30% drag, and the M90A is 50. I think they're more drag than that. Aren't shotguns like 100 and something? Oh, that's why I can't see, because there's a Spore Spear right there. Let me kill that Spore Spear really quickly. Well, while that's doing its thing, let's see if we can find some more shells as well. Let's see. There's a high yield over here. Okay. Just let this thing do its job. We also have an illegal broadcast over there. Why won't people complain about range, just equip a rifle? Yeah, I'm not really sure. I always love when people are like, oh, my shotgun, you know, it has good range. I've said this in the past. What stops me from just using, like, a Deadeye at that point? You know? Okay, where was that Spore Spewer? It's right there. Right there. I think. There you go. Nice. Spore Spewer gone. 1, 2. Oh, man, that's really challenging. Oh, gotta reload. There you go. I just like how the guy's calling me an idiot because he's mad that I'm making arguments. Oh, we got a Bile Titan over here. Okay, he's dead. Kill you, kill you, kill you. Kill you. There goes your head. He doesn't get to spawn any rats. 1, 2, there goes his head. Oh, kill that guy. Okay. Kill you. Even at distance, we just one-tap that guy's head. I also don't think drag is nearly as big of a problem as people act like it is. When the SMG changes happened, people tried acting like drag was going to ruin SMGs, and all the creators that said it was going to, like, ruin them were just wrong. We even tested drag values on the channel, and I was able to prove through testing that you had to be, like, a huge distance away for drag to actually make a difference. There goes that Alpha Commander head. They do get a breach on me. I'm just trying to get these shells in. But the game is not wanting me to do that right now. I'm going to fall back. I'll also call down another resupply. I'm going to actually throw down my 120 as well. Because at this point, I don't want to waste any more time on this. Don't call him an idiot if he asked you to debate him. Well, listen, that's what people do. They get mad that you've used facts and logics. And instead of them, you know, being a normal, rational human, they say, you're an idiot. The moment you go to insult, you've already lost the argument because you're clearly proving that instead of just acting like a normal adult, you're going to act like a child and start slinging insults at somebody. I'd rather compare the M90A with the Cookout and the Punisher. Fully agree. Fully agree. Okay, there we go. Let's rearm my Eagle. I think we're good now, so let's get these last 2 shells in, because we are wasting time here. Kill you. Like, most guns don't one-tap small bugs. That ain't an M90A explosive. We forgetting, like, the one-tap, or the 2 taps on the Alpha Commanders. Like, it's like you're systematically choosing what I'm killing fast and what I'm not. Like, I've pointed out multiple times that the M90A has 2-tapped Alpha Commanders while also stopping them from being able to rush me, and you just so happen to ignore that and only mention, like, the smaller pouncers, like anybody gives a crap about the pouncers. I'm just saying kill you because that's just how I speak. Watch any video of mine and I'm gonna say the same thing for any gun, not just the M90A. I get you're trying to, like, rage bait me or something, but dude, it's not working. It's not working. There's a difference between a weapon being bad and, you know, a weapon that's actually enjoyable, that's good. We have not been struggling at all on this mission so far. At all. I'm not going to be able to full clear because I spent a little bit longer than I should have on the Sief Artillery, but that doesn't have to do with our primary. That has to do with Terminids getting bug breaches out. Also, that Charger is absolutely Beyblading right now. It's pretty funny. Hive Guards, as I said, shoot them once each limb and they die. It doesn't matter if you have medium pen. It's going to take 2 shots with a sweeper, maybe 3 shots. It's going to take 2 shots with an M90A. There's no difference there in the amount of shots it takes to kill. Let's fire that in there. I'm going to throw a grenade in there. A grenade in... Oh, that was a bad shot. We got a stinky charger up here. Let's hit you. There you go. Let's aim it on this really quickly. Okay, that's kind of annoying. You know, I'm thinking about it, and we have a mini nuke. I'm just throwing a mini nuke in here. I really can't be bothered. Let's just dive back. Really? That didn't close the bug holes? It's a mini nuke. Really? Are we real, game? Come on. Come on, game. Throw a grenade there. We'll fall back. We'll be fine here. I will close this bug nest. We'll throw a 120 at it in a moment. Oh, we got a random Bile Titan over here. Hello, good sir. There you go. Bile Titan down. Can this guy die? Thank you, thank you. Alright, let's throw a 120 in there, and then we'll throw another quick Eagle Napalm. Never said the M90A is bad. I said it wasn't good. I mean, it seems to be doing pretty good to me. The Sweeper is the best, honestly, probably the best primary in the game right now. So, you know, the fact that people try to say, oh, the M90A is not as good as the best, most overpowered primary that might even get nerfed from Arrowhead, it's not really an argument, in my opinion. That would be like, the equivalence of me saying, oh, well, the Breaker is not a good weapon because the Trident exists. One weapon being in an overpowered state does not mean that another weapon is in a bad state. That's not an argument, right? You know, that doesn't really make sense, in my opinion. How can I beat an argument if I don't know what the argument is? What do you mean? It's pretty simple. It's that the M90A is a good weapon. That's literally as simple as the argument gets. Let's kill you. Kill you. Kill. Okay, nice. Then use Eruptor. Use Eruptor for what? I don't understand. What are we talking about? 1, 2. There goes the head off of you. I'm gonna throw an incendiary grenade in there. There's quite a few Terminids. Like, I'm sure that there'll be somebody saying, oh, well, you know, it was actually your stratagems that carried you. And yeah, it was. That's the whole point of running these stratagems. I'm not gonna, like, do a solo die. Okay, wait. Oh, go away. I want to kill the Titan. Alright, pop your head off. I'm gonna throw another incendiary grenade there. There's a lot of Terminids over here. Okay, wait. I'm gonna wait for the Titan to finish splooging, and then... Come on. Aiming, and... Boom, there you go. Titan down. Okay, not bad. And, like, as I said, we have not been running into an ammo problem, at least throughout this dive so far. We're gonna have to kill that Alpha Commander. I cannot be bothered with how many Terminids the game's spawning on us right now. Breaker Incendiary can kill things just as quick. The Breaker Incendiary has 3 Stagger Force. I'm not even gonna read the rest of what you said. It has 3 Stagger Force. Once again, you are comparing apples to oranges. If you compared the Cookout, I'd understand it. 3 Stagger Force, my dude. 3. 3. The Breaker Incendiary, good luck using it against Bile Spewers. Good luck. 3 Stagger Force. It is the lowest Stagger Force out of the entire shotguns category in the game. I know that because when I tested it, I could not kill crap with the Stagger. Are you going to argue with Wise Guy Vito? Is he in the chat? Oh, I don't think he is. Okay, we got to twist that valve in a second. How much time do we have left? We got 11 minutes. We just got to get this done and we should be good, so I'm not too worried here. There's a charger there. I'm going to just ultimatum the charger because I kind of put myself in a bad spot here. I need to fall back and throw that there. 1, 2, there you go. Alpha Commander head gone. We have a Titan. Alright, let me aim it on the Titan really quickly. Boom. Okay, he's dead. Fall back so we don't get crushed. We have to wait just a little bit longer for my resupply. Throw that over there. Alpha Commander head is gone. Stagger Force has nothing to do with damage. Actually, it has everything to do with damage. Because Stagger Force directly impacts how easily you can place shots on enemies without having to fall back, without having to worry about being rushed. Here's a question for you. If you have, let's say you're on Predator Strain. How's your Breaker Incendiary going to do on Predator Strain? Just out of curiosity. Go take it against Pred Strain and let me know how it goes. And you say, oh, well, that's a situational argument. Okay, well, this does fine against Pred Strain. You know what this also does fine on? Every other strain. So clearly that is a direct advantage alone right there for the M90A that you're not going to be having with the Breaker Incendiary. So clearly if this weapon has a direct advantage that we can already point out, then this weapon is more useful in most situations than the Breaker Incendiary would be. I'm not saying the Breaker Incendiary is a bad weapon. I think it's a great weapon against certain Terminid spawns. But you take a Breaker Incendiary against Alpha Commander Hive Guard spam and it's going to be absolute hell. Anybody that's used Alpha Commander Hive Guard spam, especially on a city map, knows exactly what I'm talking about. You will not kill enemies fast enough. It's also not to mention the fact that the Breaker Incendiary has arguably the worst ammo economy in the game. The M90A, we've been getting a little low on ammo every now and then, but we have not run into a situation yet where we've had an ammo issue. If you were using the Breaker Incendiary and did this exact same dive and against this exact same spawn, we would be literally scarfing down ammo like our lives depended on it. Just saying. Incendiary Breaker is better for clearing chaff, but losing the stagger gives you some other stuff to worry about. Yeah, 100%. Incendiary does fine, you idiot. Yeah, there he goes with the idiot again. Just out of curiosity, how many of you are agreeing with CT7567? And how many of you agreeing with me so far? You know, because clearly we're all idiots. I can't see this Titan, which is a bit of a problem. I know he's, like, right over here. I can't see him. He's right here. There he is. Alright. Let's see. Is he gonna do his Bile Spew? No? Interesting. That was a bad shot for me. Just aiming my ultimatum at him there once and twice. Boom. Alright, nice. He's dead. Getting angrier at the person you're arguing with doesn't make your argument better. Well, that's what, as I said, that's what people do. Instead of actually making an argument, they're like, you idiot, you troglodyte. Like, that's not an argument. You're just proving that I'm getting you mad because I'm making factual arguments. I've used it on every strain, and it does great. Okay, do me a favor. Go play on Borrock right now. Go into my Discord server and send me a screenshot of a solo dive with a Breaker Incendiary. Do that for me right now. I'm sure you'll say, like, oh, I don't have time. I'm not going to waste my time on that. Yeah, I don't want to hear it, bro. I don't want to hear it. Run the exact same loadout that I'm using here. Go on Borrock against Predator Strain and tell me how that goes. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting. Like, it's like people that say, oh, stun weapons aren't good because I'd rather kill the enemy faster. Yeah, that's a great argument. You know, that's a great argument. Until you run into a single enemy that gets behind you and then jumps you and murders your whole family because you couldn't stun him. Okay, let's throw another napalm there. We got a Titan that spawned. Let's aim in on... Oh, wow, I'm shocked we hit that. That was kind of a wild hit, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let's throw my 120 over there. And let's throw another napalm over there as well. I would obviously love to be able to twist this valve, but we're not gonna be able to do that right now with the sheer amount of Terminids that are here. I missed? Dang. It's fine, though. I'll just aim it on the charger with my ultimatum. How have I not been making an argument? I hate to tell you, but insulting someone is not a good way to make an argument. It just shows you're intellectually inferior. Like, if I wanted to have an argument with somebody and I wanted to be a respectful individual, I wouldn't start by saying, you idiot, imagine having a different opinion than me. Oh my god. Like, that's not an argument. That's just you being an asshole and then acting like it's an argument. Like, Trident is OP on the Predator string as long as you keep the distance on stalkers. If not, you get screwed 100%. Trident's just OP in general. It's a completely overpowered weapon. Most of the weapons I used, I most of the weapons I use tend to stagger or stun. I don't know, it just feels better to pause the enemy. Well, yeah, 100%. And then you pair it with a guard dog. You know, that's what people say, oh, why stun when I can kill them faster? But the thing is, if you're smart, you run Eagle Napalm Airstrike, and then you stop the enemy from aggressing on you, and the fire kills them. Saying that your Napalm carried you, I mean, sure, but that's the whole point. You use the Napalm in tandem with your build as a cohesive unit to help you get kills, to help your job go better. How does insulting you make me less intelligent? I can insult you if I want, if it doesn't change the other words that come out of my mouth. Well, it does, because nobody's going to take you seriously when you're starting by calling someone an idiot. I mean, nobody's going to take you seriously. Most of the people in chat don't agree with you, and even if some of them agree with your arguments, they still don't agree with the way you speak. I mean, it's just not a good way to ever make an argument. But it clearly shows that's the type of demographic that sits there and hates on people that say, oh, you know, I enjoy the game. Like, you're sitting here calling me an idiot because I said that stagger is a good ability. My bad, bro. I should actually advocate for the M90A to have no stagger, because we don't need it, you know? My bad. Because you've had good runs, and I'm supposed to take your word on that, against Predator, Strain of the Breaker, Incendiary. That means that having stagger as a ability is useless, because a weapon with no stagger apparently performs well. My bad, bro. That's like saying, oh, the Stalwart's great at killing anti-tank enemies because I've had good runs with the Stalwart. Like, what? It's a content stream. Stop insulting people. We are having civil debates. 100%. Pummeler X Guard Dog is very nice. Yeah, Pummeler's very nice. I actually made a video, fun fact, I made a video about yesterday on the Pummeler, and I paired it with the, I don't remember which guard dog. I think it was the AR guard dog, but we ended up doing the whole dive solo, full cleared the entire mission. It was actually really fun. Also, I think, yeah, I forgot to grab that resupply back there, so we will have to grab this resupply. Alright, hit you once, hit you twice. There goes the Alpha Commander head. He dies. Notice how throughout this dive, I've not really been dealing with many warriors. You would not be in that same situation if you were using weapons like a Breaker Incendiary, for example, because the Alpha Commanders just get to spam their little children. They run away, they keep spamming them. But with this weapon, that's really not an issue. Okay. Let's fire my last one there. And let's aim it on you. Okay, nice. You can argue passionately and disagree with reasons, but insults just prove you are illogical, upset. Yeah, 100%. I mean, there's no reason to insult somebody. How hard is it to type in an argument without insulting someone? Alright. Well, let's head over here. Trying to kill that Alpha Commander. But we only have a side. Oh, didn't see that little rat. We have finally ran out of ammo, but that is actually my fault simply because of the fact I did not run, or I didn't grab that resupply back there, which I should have. Okay. It's not an argument he's making. The statement that M90A is good and you're supposed to attack that position. I don't know what that means. That's not a sentence. Will he read it? Yeah. I saw it. Sorry. It got... There were a couple comments that pushed it away. To verify my suspicion, what's your argument with the shoddy? Yes, killing the enemy faster includes not having the dodge every second via stun. Yeah, 100%. Basically, the only argument I have with the M90A is that it's a good, fun weapon. That's literally the only argument. You know... Because there's people, like Wise Guy Vito, for example, made a whole video saying, like, oh, you know, the M90A is terrible, that Commissar Kai has no clue what he's talking about, and that people who say otherwise are, you know, the M90A is dead. For a weapon to be dead, it has to be virtually useless. And I'm not really sure. Like, we got a Hive Guard here. One shot into the leg, dead. Ooh, that was really challenging. You do full damage when you hit them in the leg there. Alpha Commander, boom, one shot. I can't see him anymore. Oh. Stop. Nah, I thought we stopped him. I'm trying to head over to this bug nest really quickly so we can throw our 120. But I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. I'm going to go... Oh, never mind. We got a Titan here. Let's aim it on that Titan. Did we get him? No. Alright. I don't think we're going to be able to get that bug nest because we just have so much... Okay. I have friends in VC and they're joining and leaving, but let's throw that there. Let's throw my 120 a little bit further back, and then we'll run over this way. Okay. Boom. Okay, nice. I didn't see that there were a bunch of Terminids behind us. We might actually be in a bad situation here for once. Let's throw a napalm there. Let's kill the charger. Let's kill you. Okay, nice. We're good. That was a little bit sus for a moment, but look how many kills we're up to. Holy. 113 kills. That is pretty insane. What the heck? Okay, well, at this point, we are not going to be able to do any more of the mission. But honestly, that's totally acceptable. With the amount of Terminids we've killed, I think that's fine. We just have to live for 2 minutes anyway, so I don't think that's too big of a question. I mean, even at that distance there, we just 3-tapped that Alpha Commander head. That's pretty crazy. Okay, the reason I can't record anything is because I don't have the equipment for it. What do you mean you don't have the equipment? You can literally use AI recording software that doesn't take up any of your processing power whatsoever. My only gripe is that it should be medium AP. Yeah, but then what would be the point of the sweeper? It's the same argument. Like, this is a serious question. What would the sweep... Alright, the sweeper right now is arguably the best primary for most enemies in the game, right? I think we can all agree on that. What advantage would the sweeper have over the M90A if this weapon went to medium pen? That is a legit question. What advantage would the sweeper have? The sweeper would be irrelevant because this weapon would have more durable damage, it would have more damage per shot, it would have the same penetration, and it would feature much more stagger force. So why would you ever use the sweeper? Right now, the sweeper has the advantage of medium pen, but it has the disadvantage of less damage per shot and less durable damage and less stagger. What actual advantage would the sweeper have over the M90A if the sweeper and the M90A both had medium pen? Honest question. So another incendiary there. Okay. I came back just to say that, bro, you're just mad that you're not getting super credits from me. If I were to have a poll and ask if you deserve super credits, I'm pretty sure everybody watching the stream, even people that might disagree with my take on the M90A, would still say, because of the way you've been acting and the arguments you've been making, that you would not deserve super credits. This dude genuinely inserted himself into an argument, got upset people disagreed with him, he's out here throwing a tantrum and insulting people. 100%. 100%. I mean, you're not getting super credits, so if that was your only goal, I'd recommend just to leave the stream. You're not going to get them. It's never going to happen. Well, there you go. We didn't full clear, as I said. This was a pouncer strain, which meant we had to fight never-ending hordes and hordes of enemies. Let's see, did my friend... No, okay. I was seeing if my friend wanted to join me in the dive. Alright, well, there you go. Let's take a look at the post-game results. M90A sucks. How you doing, Wallet? If you want to join me, just let me know. We did a decent amount of the map. Make sweeper light pen. I don't know if the sweeper is a 12G in lore or not, but the reason I say AP, medium AP for the M90A... Wait, what? But that would make the sweeper absolutely useless if the sweeper was light pen. Then there would be no reason to use the sweeper over the M90A. Actually, no reason. The only thing I would say you have to remember is you can't prove the lack of need for a ammo economy upgrade of the Hela shotgun in solo because you have the resupply pod for you at all times. I mean, that's true, but you're forgetting that playing with 4 people means that you have 4 guns shooting at the same enemies. When I play with 4 people, I very rarely even use ammo. I did a live stream with Tofu the other day, and I used the M90A against the Illuminate, and throughout the whole dive, the lowest I got to is 30 rounds, because we just killed everything. You have 4 people using orbitals, 4 people using sentries, stratagems. You don't have to worry about ammo when you're in that situation. That's not to mention, if you're smart, you look on the map, there's points of interest near you. Almost all mission objectives and points of interest have ammo, stims, and grenades. There's almost no situations I'm in as a smart player where I'm going to be out of ammo. just not going to happen. And even in this dive, there were very little times when I sucked up the whole resupply pod apart from the end there. And it wasn't because I was running out of ammo. It's because I needed ultimatums and I needed stims, not because we actually ran out of ammo. The only time we ran out of ammo and we actually needed a resupply was when I forgot to use the resupply that I threw down at the main objective, and there were 4 resupplies there. There was not a single situation we actually ran out of ammo, I'm going to be honest. We got 1,568 kills, died 0 times, and easily made our way throughout this entire dive. 1,568 kills. Okay. There's no reason to be here. You people are annoying. Then why? People like this are hilarious. Yo, guys, there's no reason for me to be here, but I'm going to continue arguing for another 30 minutes. Would you like me to hide you from the channel? I can do that if you'd like, and then you don't have to be here, and you don't have to make any arguments. It's a win-win. Alright, one sec. I need to refill my drinkler, because I am getting a little bit quenched. I need to quench my thirst. See, as I always tell people, this is the difference, right? There's a lot of people that say, like, glaze divers are the problem with the Helldivers community. And what I always find funny is usually the glaze divers aren't the ones that are calling you an idiot for having a disagreement. Yeah, there are glaze divers that'll do that. But go look at, like, Delta Greg's audience. His entire audience is just a bunch of assholes. That's really all it is. In fact, there's a person who literally got doxxed and death threats because of Delta Greg not anonymizing their username in a video of his he made. Imagine I did the same thing. Imagine I made a video showcasing like a person's argument. In fact, I'm going to do that. I recorded a video on the Coyote where I took a comment from somebody on YouTube and pointed out how their argument was stupid. And if I do that, do you think my audience is going to go over to that person and send them death threats and try to dox them? No way in hell. But you get audiences of those people, and 100%, you know, the people that watch Delta Greg, the people that they accumulate on their channel are the most despicable people out there on YouTube. And I don't care if Delta Greg hears this, because it's true, and he knows it's true. His audience genuinely, like, when I made my video saying that, you know, the Helldivers 2 creators are a problem with the game, after Delta posted his video, his audience went over to my video, of course, to try and trash on me. And before my video before he had made his video, most of the people were just disagreeing with my takes. The moment he posted his video, the comments started filling up with people trying to make fun of how I look, how, you know, I'm unemployed, how I'm this, how I'm that. His audience of people, instead of simply disagreeing with what I had to say, immediately went into the comment section and tried ridiculing who I was as a person rather than the arguments that I was making. And that's the kind of people that these content creators indoctrinate into their channels. I personally don't want to be the kind of person that has an audience that is just going to sit there and be a bunch of jerks to other people. That's not the kind of content that I want to post. And I don't care if it pisses off, you know, other people. Ooh, you're a glaze diver. Well, you know what? I'm a skilled enough player that I can back up my points. All right, let's see what we can do. Lib pen seems to be lacking next to the Coyote. I mean, the Lib pen's only advantage over the Coyote is that it features a drum mag. That's it. You can have a 60-round drum mag. Apart from that, yeah, it's basically a flat worse Coyote. I mean, they have essentially the same rate of fire, almost the same ergonomics. I don't even have the compensator on the Coyote, which makes this thing way better. So, in general, yeah, 100%. All right, so let's do a different loadout. We did a pretty basic loadout there. Again, I don't know if we're fighting bile spewers or not, but let's do a different guard dog. That time we did the rover. This time let's do the AR guard dog. And we'll use a different anti-tank weapon. Let's go with a Epoch this time. And then instead of a napalm airstrike, we will do a 500. And then we'll do a Gatling barrage. So we've mixed it up a little bit. Let's go back in. I'm going to run everything else the same because we can. Can't help it when anyone can just check out your stream and then the trolls have to come and put their input because they crave that energy. You can't help that, bro. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I will never tell people to go out and ridicule other people. And that's why I have distinctly said that people like Delta Greg are bad influences in the community. Listen, Greg, I don't have a problem if you make opinions on the game. The problem is when you indoctrinate people into your audience that are so negative. That's the problem, right? It's the same thing with any player base, so, right? You know, there's a difference between having opinions and then creating an audience of people that simply exist to hate. And if you have a different opinion, you know, you're the problem. Like, I found it so hypocritical that you find people like Greg who sit there and make content saying, oh, Arrowhead is fully to blame for the doxing situation, when he himself has caused people to receive multiple death threats, and I have DMs proving this. He caused somebody to receive multiple death threats because he didn't hide their username in a video. That's all it took. Not hiding somebody's username in a video, and they got death threats. I don't see him talking about that, saying, oh, I'm sorry. That is a direct cause because of his content and the people that he talks about. And yet, that's not mentioned in any of his videos. He is the exact person that he blames Arrowhead to be, and yet acts like he's, you know, a saint in that regard. And it's incredibly ironic. Now, we're not going to talk about Delta Greg because I don't give a shit. We're not here to rant about other creators. And as I said, if he sees this, I don't care. He can argue with me. Delta, I'd be more than happy to go into a VC with you and talk to you like a man. Pretty sure you wouldn't do that, but I'd be more than happy to do it. I always find it so hypocritical when you see people that are, you know, ooh, Arrowhead is to blame for this doxing situation when they are legitimately causing people to be doxed and receive death threats. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Shrieker Nest has been taken out. Okay. Let's head over to the generator, and then we'll clear that nest, and we'll head over here. We'll do the encrypted hard drive. That might be another Shrieker Nest there. We'll take out the C4 artillery, and we'll do everything else. I don't know what terminated seed we're dealing with, but we'll see. Did you talk to him about it? It would probably be at least have a dialogue open about it. About what, Delta? I don't care. Him and I will never see eye to eye because I already... Oh, yeah, there is another Shrieker Nest over there. You know, he just rage baits. That's his kind of content, you know? There are certain content creators out there that do nothing but try to cause beef and drama with other creators. And it doesn't matter. Like, I thought about making a response video to him, but I realized that there's literally no reason for me to, because if I make a response, it just feeds into his channel, and then he can make another video on me, trying to farm more views. Like, if you think about it, I don't win anyway. He's just going to keep farming and getting views off the situation. Oh, I thought I was running a cluster bomb, so I kept typing in the wrong code, but I don't really gain anything making content on it, and it just makes my content or my audience not want to really hear about drama. So I don't really gain anything, and he gains everything, so there is no reason for me to talk about it. But I did just want to point out that I find it, you know, those are the kind of people that come in here and they're hypocritical and stuff. Alright, let's kill you. Okay, I don't know where the heck that guy's going, but we'll take him out as well. Alright, let's throw a 500 there. See, this time we're not running as much chaff clear, so it's definitely going to be a little bit more challenging. We got a Pred Stalker there. Oh, that's why. Oh, we might be a little... Oh, we're good. That was sus, I won't lie. I want to kill that guy, but definitely a bit sus there for a second. Okay, kill you. Oh boy, we're in the water. Alright, let's throw an incendiary there. Kill you, and I think we're good now. I honestly didn't think we were going to have another Pouncer strain, so I didn't run a great Pouncer build because of that. Okay. No, 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 we need to reload. I need to reload. Okay, let's kill the Impaler, and then we can focus on the rest. Boom. Okay, I was worried there that the Impaler tentacle is about to murder us, but I think we're good at this point. Boom. Also, nice to see 77 of you on the stream today. We normally don't have this many people on the stream. I guess I should do more streams like this. We can see here a great example of that stagger completely stopping the stalker from being able to attack me. Okay. The thing I like about you as a streamer/content creator is you're not all about the meta, like your video on the pacifier, which is my top 3. I was like, yes, thank you, stun headshots. Yeah, and there's, trying to remember his name. One sec. I messaged him the other day. His name is Strider of Valor. He's another creator that I spoke to. We're in a server together, and he asked, or he was talking about the pacifier, and he said he's going to do a video on it. So I told him a bunch of loadouts that I personally really like for the pacifier. He was like, oh yeah, let me try those out on stream. And then he messaged me after, and he was like, yeah, the pacifier was way stronger than I expected it to be, honestly. Okay, what are we doing here? Oh, we just gotta wait for this to finish. Okay. Well, there you go. Those guys are all dead. We have a spawn of Terminids behind him, so I'll throw that over there. My best friend's birthday, so I'm trying to get some super credits for him. Funny enough, he wants the Halo Warbond shotgun, so I'm quite cooked here. Okay, we just gotta pull the lever. I mean, as I said, listen, if somebody wants to make an argument against the Halo shotgun, I'm all for it. If somebody wants to tell me why the Halo shotgun sucks, and they have, you know, factual proof, I'm all for it. But, you know, that's about it. That's as simple as it gets. Let's take out the stalker layer over here. What's the point of not making the weapon high pen and lower its base damage to compensate? Because that already exists. It's called the Halt. The Halt does like 380 damage, has medium pen, and the ability to swap to stun rounds. And in the, like, again, wouldn't that kind of... The whole point of the M90A is that it's a heavy-hitting weapon. That would completely defeat the purpose of the M90A. And that also exists. If you want a less damage M90A that has medium pen, it's called the Sweeper. You should go try it out. It's pretty fun. M90A sucks so bad. How you doing, Sin? Nice to see you on the channel. Alright, we are going to throw my 500 there. I probably should have rearmed my 500s, but it's fine. Throw that there. Got to resupply back pretty soon as well. Boom. There you go. 13 kills. Hit you once. Hit you twice. There you go. Not actually bad. Dang, that last guy got it out. Alright, it's fine. We were just going to close these bug holes really quickly. There you go. There goes one. You're all dead. And then we're going to throw a Gatling barrage there. Incendiary grenade down the hill. And then... Alright. We have one last bug hole. I'm hoping... Dang, that did not... What the garbage? No, 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 no. Throw that there. Stim, just in case the charger hits me. Okay, we're good. Hit the charger. Boom. Alright, we're fine. And then I'm going to throw my last incendiary grenade there. Alright, sweet. Throw down a resupply. Alright, let's aim in on... I'm not going to be able to kill the charger, but at least I, like, hit him a teeny bit. Alright, nice. 1, 2, 3. The thing is, I don't even need to focus these hive guards. I can, but I don't even need to, because we can literally just let my guard dog kill most of them. But as I said, hive guards are not a threat anymore because of the fact you can just shoot their joints, and they're all light pens, so they're so easy to kill now. It's actually kind of comedy. Alright, we got the charger right there, so let's charge on him. Boom. And... boom. Okay, charger down. Check your DMs. I want to do double M90 with you. Alright, as soon as this dive's over, we can do it. I was kind of hoping we could get bile spewers, but I guess the game really wanted to give us pouncers today. Always look behind you? Yeah, I should always look behind me. I usually expect to hear, like, I don't mind, like, small enemies coming behind me. I usually expect to hear, like, a charger, though, or something like that, you know? As I said, there's always ammo. Like, somebody mentioned before, oh, well, you know, the ammo is a problem. And, like, yeah, the ammo is an issue with this weapon, but there's always ammo on the map. Like, I can reload my ultimatum, and I can reload my M90A and everything else just by grabbing that ammo there. So now let's head over to the other side of the map. Let's do the encrypted hard drive, and then bring that over to the mission objective, which is all the way over there. God, I shouldn't have picked this mission. This isn't an M90A problem. This is a mission problem. Do bugs die quicker to fire? No. I mean, they might. Certain enemies might have fire resistance, but fire damage itself does a base of 100 damage per tick. I have so many war bonds unlocked with only a few weapons and strats taken so far. I see a good weapon, or good like it fits me, like I feel the Flamestoker might. The Flamestoker is really good. I'm really worried that I'm gonna like walk off a cliff and die. What do you think about the cookout? I think the cookout's great. I think it's very nice. The thing about the cookout is it's really only good against the Illuminate and the Terminids, though. It's not very good against the automatons. And if you've seen my video earlier today, we used the M90A against the automatons, and it did a surprisingly good job. We're going to be doing the M90A against the automatons later. We're going to finish this dive, we'll go to the Illuminate, and then we'll finish off with the automatons. I actually think the M90A is going to be weakest against the Illuminate, because there's no real enemies I'm going to be able to use it on too effectively. It might kill flesh mobs pretty fast, but I don't know how it's going to... It's not going to do great against voteless, of course. I overcharged it. The more you charge the Epoch, the more damage it does, or the further it goes. So I tried charging it as much as I could to shoot it as far as possible. That's on me. We will call down another Epoch really quickly. And we'll grab my guard dog. There we go. Okay. Let's go just a little bit closer. We should go probably about 100 meters away and we'll be fine. And boom, there's 1, 2, 3. Okay, nice. That one's down. Reload. And then that one's about 100 meters away. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that one's done. However, now we're going to be in a bit of an awkward spot because we have a whole bug breach on us there, and we have shriekers after us. And I also need to call down a resupply. See, this could be sus. I won't lie, this could be sus, but I've kind of put myself in this situation here. Let's kill the charger, or not. Ooh, missing that shot on the charger is not gonna help me. Okay, run around. Bro, what? That charger, like, pre-planned my movement. Did you see that? I was, like, trying to run around the charger, and he literally, like, pre-planned that. I should have thrown down my resupply first, so, oh well. This is a bad situation to be in, though. Alright, what we're gonna do is we're gonna fall back for now. And, I mean, we can kill most of the smaller enemies, so I'm not really worried about that. There you go. 500 for the win. Sweet. Okay. We're good, I think, at this point. Throw another incendiary there. And might as well get rid of my other 500 as well. Boom. Boom. Alright, there you go. 500. Took out whatever that was. Maxi gun is really good against the Illuminate. Depends which Illuminate. I don't really love the Maxi gun against the base Illuminate. But I do find it very good against the new Appropriators. That I will agree. Problem is, Crescent Overseers are such a pain to deal with, and Crescent Overseers can definitely make your life a bit of a living hell. Got a bunch of guys over here. Throw that. There you go. Let's head up. Let's grab my Epoch. Isn't there a resupply somewhere right over here? I know it is. Obviously, I want to be able to get to my resupply. It's right over here. Okay. We got the Alpha Commanders. There's 1 hit, 2, 3. There goes that Alpha Commander head. 1, 2. Oh, we didn't get that one, but there you go. Now their heads are both gone. How you doing, Winchester? Alright. We're good. Yeah, I fluffed this up big time. I should have waited for the breach and then gone after the Shrieker Nest, but kind of rushed the Shrieker Nest, and I also should have thrown down my 500s, which I didn't. That's also on me. This thing's really good at killing Shriekers. But yeah, we'll take out the Shrieker Nest now. Okay, let's move up. Let's take you out. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there you go. We don't have to worry about Shriekers anymore. At this point, we're fine. That's why I like the Quasar better than the Epoch. It's simply because of the fact the Quasar can shoot further, which allows you to take out objectives further. The M90A is a serviceable weapon, but what constitutes a weapon being good? You have to look at the weapon relative to other weapons, compare, contrast, look at the breakpoints, ammo capacity. Well, I mean, we've already went over. The M90A has some of the highest durable damage for the shotguns category in the game. The M90A has 22 durable damage. The Sweeper shotgun has 11 durable damage. The M90A also has more damage per shot than the Sweeper. And the M90A also has flat better stagger. So that is 3 major advantages right there that the M90A features over the Sweeper. The downsides of the M90A are that it has light pen instead of medium, and it also features... trying to think, actually. I think that's really it. I can't really say the Sweeper has any other major advantages over the M90A. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, wait, I'm mistyping this. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. Okay, now we're good. Let's Gatling Barrage over there. Let's kill you. I'm going to throw a Incendiary Grenade there. And one more, a little bit further back. Alright, sweet. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over here. And we'll shoot off your limb really quickly. We need to grab the SSD. And then I just need to start running over towards... the other side of the map.
Get some! Get some!
The most interesting argument I always see people tell me is that the M90A should have like 8 billion damage per shot because that's how it is on Halo. Like, listen, if Arrowhead were to make the M90A a support weapon, I'd get it. But I feel like that would be a little bit silly at this point, making it a support weapon, because we already have so many other weapons that... or it's not even that, it's just that, like, you know, it's already been a primary. It wouldn't make sense to then turn it into a support weapon. I don't know how many people would agree with that. Kill you. Okay. Let's grab the SSD. And let's head over to the Siege Artillery really quickly. I thought an 8-gauge shotgun would also be medium AP. You have to remember when it was released, though. At the time when the M90A was released, most shotguns didn't have medium pen. And even today, most shotguns still don't really feature medium pen. I mean, look at the shotguns category as a whole. You have the Double Freedom, but the Double Freedom wasn't released until after the Sweeper, or after the M90A, and the Sweeper was just released. So most of the weapons in the shotgun category for a while, the Breaker Spray and Pray, the Breaker Incendiary, the only shotgun that was medium pen for a very long time was the Holt. That was it, and I guess the Slugger, but the Slugger isn't really a shotgun because it shoots slugs. It's more like an assault rifle at that point, right? So if you really think about it, when it was released, most shotguns did not feature medium pen. So I understand why they didn't make it medium pen. Double Freedom, best shotgun? Well, the Double Freedom is the best shotgun when it comes to killing large enemies, but trying to say that's the best shotgun is definitely not true. As I mentioned earlier, I would assume you weren't there, but earlier, yesterday, or not yesterday, but a couple days ago, I did a dive with the Double Freedom, and I meant to run a guard dog and accidentally forgot to run the guard dog. And it was a horrible experience. It was a horrible experience because what happened was I literally got murdered by well, I didn't get murdered, but I couldn't kill Chaff. Because the Double Freedom has actually less ammo economy, if I'm not mistaken, than the M90A, but it's also the fact that the Double Freedom does not have chaff control. It's good at killing large enemies. And, yeah, we ran into a situation where I literally could not kill chaff, and I got screwed, is what happened. I got absolutely screwed. It was a horrible experience. I had to rely on my cluster bomb alone. We ran out of ammo almost every single second. So, is the Double Freedom a good weapon? Hell yeah. Is the Double Freedom completely plagued by the fact that it has no ammo economy and the fact that it cannot deal with chaff? 100%. So, again, there are advantages to the Double Freedom. I'm not going to sit here and say that there aren't, but I don't actually consider the Double Freedom to be the best shotgun in the game. I think that the Double Freedom is I think the Sweeper honestly sweeps the Double Freedom. I do think so. And even though that the Double Freedom has the stagger that the Sweeper doesn't, I just feel like if you were to ask me, double freedom or sweeper, I'm picking the sweeper any day of the week because of the fact it has that medium pen. Throw that there. You gotta fall back, use a quick stim, and this is where I really like incendiary impacts, is you can throw them on your feet, and it'll clear most of the enemies that are kind of, you know, gangbanging you. So there you go. Now we're appearing to be in the clear, and that gave me just the ability to now aim it on the Titan. 1. Let's wait for the Titan to do his attack, and 2. There you go. Nice. Reload this. You're right, no chaff clear. Yeah, 100%. And like, as I said, I'm not saying that the double freedom is bad, but you get people that say, oh, well, the M90A is useless because the double freedom exists. And like, really? Really? You have no chaff clearing capabilities. You're screwed if you run into anything that requires chaff. If you get a bile spear spawn, it's great. But if you're not running the right build against pouncers, you're screwed. I purposefully ran this build, and this build's not great. Oh, there's the impaler. I don't love this situation we're in. I want to kill... There you go. Wanted to kill that impaler, but it's a bit harder than you might think because didn't want to also blow myself up. Where is this Titan? He's coming over towards us. I literally can't see him. We hit him once. I literally... Yeah, I don't know. I'm ignoring that Titan for now. I'm heading into the nest. We're going to try and close these holes. There he is. Hit him once. Stim, just in case he hits me. Come on, reload, reload. And boom. Okay, nice. Now we jump back. Okay, there you go. Titan dead. Then we can head in here. Grab this ammo. As I said, there's always ammo around the map, so you're totally chill in that regard. Boom. There you go. Alright. Let me do this. Welks Knight Gaming. Nice to see you on the channel. Are you a Helldubers creator? I don't think I've ever seen you before. Let me check out your channel. One sec. Let me go to YouTube. Your channel. Open new tab. Boom. Oh, you are not a Helldivers creator. That's why. I was like, I've seen a lot of Helldivers creators. I just haven't seen you too much. I see you're a Minecraft YouTuber. Nice to see you on the channel, dude. I think you should try it on a seed. One sec. We got to grab the SSD and then we'll head over there. We will go to, after this dive, we will do a Predator Strain dive. And my friend said they're going to join me, so we're going to be doing double M90A. And then we'll head over to the automatons. And then we'll do Illuminate to finish off. Oh. But yeah, Rocket Striders are a lot easier to deal with. Yeah, Rocket Striders are pretty easy to deal with. Did we finish this? Yeah, I did. Okay. Alright, grab the SSD. How much time do we have? We got 16 minutes. Yeah, we're kind of cutting it a little close on time. As I said, the SSD mission is a horrible mission because we literally have to carry the SSD all the way over to the other side of the map. So we're going to try and get over there as fast as possible. I don't think primary weapons should be evaluated in a vacuum. Depends on enemies and your secondary pairing. I don't evaluate them in a vacuum. I never do. Like, that's why I said the double freedom is very bad when it comes to chaff clear, but that's why you run a guard dog. But if you don't have a guard dog, you're screwed, which means that your build is very limited. You don't have to run a guard dog with the M90A. You can run different builds and you're going to be a lot less limited. And that's why the M90A is, at least in my opinion, a bit more flexible than the double freedom. Now, one thing I will say is you have to run siege ready passive with the M90A. Like, you have to. Not on automatons. Automatons you can run any build and you're fine, but I would highly recommend against Terminids because of the fact you have the ammo economy problem, that running the siege ready passive and giving you more ammo is a huge, huge benefit. We're almost there. Got the impaler. Boom, there you go. Kill you. Great, they get a breach. Alright, another breach. Here we go. Let's throw my Gatling barrage there, and throw... Oh, great. We got another impaler. Yay! And boom. Okay, I think we got the impaler, so that's good. I'm going to throw down a resupply here, too. One. Throw that there. Yeah, my previous build was definitely a little bit better, if you ask me. And it's not because of the fact that this build's bad. It's just because the Epoch itself, I don't know. It's not doing amazing right now. Titan's dead. Okay, rearm my Eagle. That's pretty easy breach there. Grab that. Grab this. Let's grab the SSD, and then we can head over towards the area. I put M90A is very good on bugs, below average on bots, and poor on squids. We'll have to see. I used it on bots in that video that you saw earlier, and it felt great on that one. I also have to say that the M90A is really nice against cyborgs. If I were to rank the M90A against Terminids, I'm actually putting it S tier. I really do think that it is one of the best Terminid primaries in the game. The fact that you can basically stagger and kill anything, and you don't really need to rely on medium pen, it's just not an issue. Against the automatons, because weak points are easy to hit, it's not a problem there. I'd probably put it B tier against the automatons for me. And then Illuminate, I don't really know. I haven't used it that much against the Illuminate, so it's hard for me to say exactly where I would put it. I thought the Epoch was bad. I don't think the Epoch's bad. It's just, I don't love the fact that you have to charge it twice to kill a charger versus like the Quasar, you just go boom, dead, you know? And the Quasar basically is infinite range where the Epoch doesn't. Alright, so let's head up here, and I need to kill you really quickly, and you. Okay, grab the, oh god, there's so many. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, nice. I didn't see you, what the heck? Reload, come on. I can't see his face at that angle. There you go. Okay, we're good. All I need to do is put the SSD into the slot. That's literally all I have to do. I don't think the game's gonna let me do it though, is it? I think we're gonna, yeah, we got a bug breach. Oh well, oh well. It was pretty expected. Let's pop off his head. Surprised we didn't pop his head off, but we're just gonna fall back. Throw a Gatling barrage up there. Throw another incendiary grenade right there. The SSD is close enough that as soon as we're done with this, I think we'll be okay anyway. Got a Titan. Let's throw my 500 there. Should be a pretty good spot. There's one. Let's see if we can get the Titan to do his attack. Boom, there you go. That should get my 500 to land right next to him. And, wow, that did not kill the Titan. Interesting. Okay. Let's kill the Charger. And then, let's aim it on the Titan. Boom, there you go. Titan down. So one more incendiary grenade there. And I think we're good now. I'm going to throw another 500. I don't know how many enemies there are up there, but hey, if there are any, they'll be dead in a second. Got another resupply back in a moment anyway. Flamethrower is good but bad on automatons. Yeah, Flamethrower is very good but bad on automatons. I think M90A is decent on bots if you get a Rocket Strider Seed, but it struggles with Devastator spam. I would definitely, for me, I ran the shield generator. I think you said you watched the video. I found it really good with the shield generator because you don't get ragdolled unless they break your shield. And at that point, it was pretty easy. So I could close that distance and then take them out. But if you're not running that, the Rock Solid passive probably wouldn't be a bad shout because that gives you the... One sec, boom, 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 boom. But the Rock Solid passive gives you the ability also to not be knocked down. So Rock Solid wouldn't be a terrible combo. Blitzer is great. Yeah, Blitzer is very good. Blitzer is one of the best weapons, honestly. I like the Devastator spam seed. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, honestly, I'm not going to lie. The Striders were the big scary enemy for me. Because all it takes is like one Strider rocket to insta-kill you. I feel like Devs would be a pretty easy kill with the... Oh, nice. It's already lined up. I feel like Devs would be a pretty easy kill. I'm using it against the Illuminates. It's good with every troop except the staff guys. It's BS they don't die in 6 shots. I was killing the staff guys in 2 shots. The thing is, I play the M90A aggressive, and I think that's where some people may be playing different. I'm a very aggressive player, so using a weapon that does well at close range is great. You think gas needs a buff? I don't think that gas itself needs a buff. I think that the sterilizer needs a buff. Okay. We're almost there. And then once this is done, we can do whatever this is. Potentially that. And that. Boom, 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 boom. We're actually accomplishing more on this mission than the last mission, to be honest. That doesn't mean we're completing it super fast, but we're going to be able to almost full clear this one, I think. Unless there's like a LiDAR tower I missed or something. I got a bug breach, but it's not near me. I'm just going to leave. Yeah, I mean, shoot your leg, shoot your leg. As I said, hive guards are such an easy enemy to kill. But yeah, as I said, if anybody wants to shoot their case and let me know why they think the M90A is a bad weapon or not a good weapon, let me know. You know what? You guys are getting the 500 treatment. I'm just going to fall back. Oh, what the... Okay, it still destroyed it, but that 500 did not land where I wanted it to. An eagle never misses. Yeah, bro, it missed right there. Gotta be honest, it missed quite a bit right there. We got a lot of Terminids making their way down this hill. Okay, he's dead. Oh, boy. Let's throw an incendiary right there. Let's throw a Gatling barrage over there. And then I'm going to aim it on the charger. I just watched that Bile Titan spawn in from China. Okay, nice. Kill you. Throw another incendiary right there. I'm surprised they still knew where I was, even though they literally couldn't see me. I'm more focused on... Oh, the Chargers and the Bile Titans. They scare the crap out of me, honestly. And... Boom. Okay. Not sure how that Bile Titan isn't dead, but... think we're good. Okay, I didn't see that warrior. Okay, aiming. Bro, where the hell are we going? Where are we going, bro? Okay. He's got to be, like, so low at this point. Okay, let's just use a stim. Throw in a grenade there, and then... I just want to kill this Bile Titan. He's got to be really low. This will kill him. Really? Really? There's no way that this Bile Titan is still alive. I actually refuse to admit this. I hit that Bile Titan so many times, and he's like, yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about me, bro. Alright, we're just gonna rearm my Eagles at this point. There. That Bile Titan actually really frustrated me, because I hit him, like, I don't know, 5 times at the Epoch. I mean, sure, we didn't hit him in the face, but... the fact that we didn't kill that Bile Titan with that many shots is ridiculous. I'm sorry. Bile is God mode? Yeah, that was ridiculous. Like, what the heck? Alright, let's head over to this bug nest here. Where are you aiming? Because I'll get center mass with squids and they stagger and not die. We'll test it against squids, as I said. We're going to go against all the enemy factions today. Wow, we have 6 minutes. I don't know if we're going to be able to take this out in 6 minutes. I don't even know what shell this is. Let's see. That's a high yield explosive. Okay, that's not too bad. 1, 2, there goes that Alpha Commander head. 1, 2, 3. Even at that distance, we 3-tap the Alpha Commander head. Really, 1 bug hole? That is so useless. Throw an incendiary grenade right there. We got our Gatling barrage back in 10 seconds. That's pretty nice. So another incendiary grenade there. Oh, really? 1, 2. Why is there just a whole random spawn of Alpha Commanders behind me, bruh? Okay. Trying to pop off his head. Let's get up, stim. And then throw a incendiary grenade on my feet. Okay, good. Think we're fine at this point. Throw another... Actually, I'm going to say... No, I'm going to throw my incendiary grenade right over there. I don't want to waste my ammo on these smaller guys. Pretty sure my guard dog can do that for me. I mean, again, we have ammo. That's why I keep saying, like, as long as you're smart and you know where points of interest are, you don't really have to worry too much about ammo. And you'll see that. We have a point of interest right next to us. 1, 2, I'm killing that Alpha Commander. There you go, sweet. Alright. I think we're good at this point. Just gonna kill all of these warriors and call it a day. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna be able to take out this last nest. The game's just really not wanting us to make progress. And, like, we got that Alpha Commander head, which is pretty good. Let's throw another Gatling barrage there. Alright, let's go grab this ammo that was over here. As I said, there's always ammo at these points of interest, so if we just run over here, there's plenty of ammo. Boom. And now we have plenty of ammo, and then we just kill you, grab this, and there you go. Look at that. We got so much more ammo now. Let me grab this. Kill the charger. There you go. Ow. You know what the problem is? It's not the ammo. I don't know what the game's doing. Like, why there's so many enemies after us. Okay. Aim. Can we get a break? Okay, there you go. Kill you. Fall back more. Bro, look at all this. What the garbage? Go away. Yeah, they're trying to call a breach again. Oh, boy. Alright, we got to throw down another resupply. And I'm just going to use my 500s now. I was hoping we could take out that nest, but, this is the one problem with Pouncer spawn sometimes. It loves to spawn so much after you. I think most shotguns are pretty bad on squids. Well, the thing is, you don't really need medium pen against the squids because they're not a medium pen requiring enemy. So, okay, nice. It's kind of pointless to use medium pen against the squids, which is where a lot of people, like the sweeper, for example, it's honestly not that good against the squids. I actually think the M90A is better than the sweeper in that regard, just because of the fact that... Also, let's kill that Bile Titan. There you go. Yeah, I do find the M90A to be a lot nicer than the sweeper against the squids in that regard. Okay, I think we dealt with everything. Looks like those 500s were pretty useful. Gonna reload my ultimatum. Alright. Alright, we got 2 minutes. How long until we get our 500s back? A minute 30? I don't know. Do we go for it? Do we go for it, guys? The shotgun is good, but why play a worse gun? In this case, the M90A, then a better gun? Okay, do me a favor. Name 3 weapons that are better than what the M90A is designed to do. If you say, like, the Coyote, it's not, you know, they're not comparable. Name 3 weapons that you consider better than the M90A. I already know you're going to say the Double Freedom and the Sweeper, which we've already talked about on this stream quite a bit on how we don't believe that that's to be the case. Alright, here we go. Boom. Okay, that made no sense. Okay. Is this thing, like, not accurate or something? Like, there you go. I don't know why it had such a hard time doing that. Let's aim it on this hole here. Okay. And then let's aim it on that hole. Okay, nice. Oh, boy. What is up with these random Bile Titans? Okay, and an Impaler? Bro. Game. Okay, yeah, we're definitely not getting this nest. Aiming. Hit him in the face once. Oh, boy. Alright, we got the Alpha Commander at least. Throw an incendiary there. 1, 2, throw that there. Fall back more, throw 500 on me. Ooh, okay, we're good. Throw an incendiary on me as well. As I said, the incendiary grenades are a lifesaver, they really are. Alright, there you go. Bile Titan down. Bro, look at all of them. No way. We will be able to get one more resupply out, so that's nice. Let's throw my last 500 down. Okay. And then let's call down my last resupply as well. I mean, to be fair, we're going to get a lot of kills. Yeah, there's no way we're getting this nest. L. Big L. Where the heck is that resupply? It's all the way over here. Alright, let's grab that resupply. 2 minutes to get to extract. Okay. 1, 2. Throw that there. Alright, sweet. Bro, look at the conga line of rats. Like, there. And then we'll quickly grab 1 and 2. And there you go. Alright, we're fully resupplied now. Where is extract? Oh, it's this way. Okay. Alright, let's head over there. One sec, let me kill you. Oh, I forgot to reload. Ain't no way. This charger's gotta die from bleed out. Sir? What the? Okay, whatever. We're just gonna keep leaving. He's gotta die from bleed out, right? No, you're just totally fine. You got hit by a, okay, he's just totally fine, I guess. Gets hit by an ultimatum. Yeah, bro. Look at me go. I'm the GOAT. Just throw an incendiary grenade under him. Hoping that the fire will do enough damage to bleed. I think he's bleeding. It looks like he is, because... I don't know. I could be wrong. 1, 2, 3... Bruh. I don't want to waste my last ultimatum on him, but... I don't think we have a choice. That almost missed, too. But I was going to say, I don't think we have a choice. Oh, wait. We only have 20 seconds left. I need to get over there now. Let me use a stim. We need to just go. I disagree. Sweeper can at least kill overseers with a headshot if you get good spread RNG, although I don't love the sweeper on squids either. Well, the thing is, the sweeper doesn't really stagger the squids. So I like the fact that, like, for example, lance overseers, if they're about to smack you with their lance, with the M90A, you can at least stagger them, which stops them from being able to attack you. So that's pretty nice. Also, the fact that you have more durable damage is really nice against flesh mobs, because flesh mobs are all light pen. It's just the fact that they have a lot of durable parts, and you have to deal more damage to them. So, in that regard, you know, having the... Okay, these guys need to get out of my way. I need to get into the shuttle, and... Okay, really? Really? Okay. Go, 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 go. I think we are good. Yeah, we are. That was a little sus, but we got in. The shotgun is good. Oh, no. Wait, did he reply? Who said that? The shotgun is good. Flick said that. Did Flicks list any weapons? No. Stalwart is pretty good, too. You can change the RPM for crowd. I always just set it to 1150. I set it to the max, always. Well, we missed 2 nests. I can't get too mad. If the Overseer rushes you with the Sweeper, you're cooked. Yeah, 100%. I tried the Sweeper. I did not like it that much against the Appropriators at all. I really didn't. It just did not go well. I can't spell precise. Why not? Is that because you're an oogler, boogler, bippity boo? Okay. You joining me, Wallet?
Yeah, I can.
Alright.
Give me a couple minutes.
Sin is also going to join, but because they left the server, Sin, you have to come back. Also, you have to join my Blitz server, Sin, because that is the only way you're going to be able to get in VC. Either way, not bad. 1,200 kills. We died 2 times, but those 2 deaths were both my fault. They didn't even have to do with our shotgun. I blasted myself with the Epoch, overcharging it, and then got killed by a charger who, like, pre-aimed me. Yes, you do have to join my server. Tip for the Stalwart. Don't always use 1150 RPM. It'll drain your ammo quick. I don't know. I don't ever run out of ammo with the Stalwart. Because you have a primary, too. Like, you have 3 mags with, like, 150 rounds each. I find it very rare to run out of ammo with the Stalwart, so I don't find it a problem. So we just did Fact Bay. Now what we're going to do is Boar Rock, which is right over here. because this is Predator Strain. Predator Strain is by far the best argument that anybody can make for the M90A. Pretty good mission as well. I'm going to run a peak build as well for the M90A in this dive. You know, normally I'm running like... That last dive, I did not run the best loadout. I should have done a 120 and a cluster bomb, which is what I was originally going to do. But then I was like, yeah, is the game going to give me bile spewers? Let me run something different. But, yeah, I made the mistake there. Hello, Sindler. Alright, let me get this dive started. I'll send you an invite as well.
Yeah, I sent you an invite on Steam as well.
Bruh, you left on Steam too?
Yeah.
You're cringe. Brother.
What do you
Alright,
mean?
one sec, guys. What do you mean you sent me an invite on Steam? A friend request, you mean?
Yeah.
How did you have my friend code?
I didn't. I literally just looked. I just stalked you on Steam. Duh.
Are you gonna send me death threats and dox me?
Yes.
How do I find friend requests? Add a friend.
Invites.
Pending
I think.
invites. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Block.